All right. Welcome back, everybody, for another deep dive.
Always exciting to be back.
Yeah. So today we're taking a look at some of 2024's most notable, uh, uh, let's say, dumb criminals.
Criminals gone wrong.
Criminals gone wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah. We've got some news articles. We've got some online discussions. We're going to be diving into all that. Just looking at these folks who maybe missed the memo on Crime 101.
Yeah.
And it should be fun. It should be a little lighthearted, but, obviously crime is a serious thing, so we're going to be acknowledging that side of it as well. But we're really going to be focusing on just the absurdity of some of these situations because really some of this stuff is just, disguise has gone wrong. Criminals outsmarted by their own actions.
Yeah. It's fascinating, except the universe is conspiring against them.
Yeah. And some really expensive mistakes, too. Like, you won't believe how much money some of these folks lost in the process of trying to be criminals.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's like they're not even trying to be successful criminals.
Right. Yeah, they're just trying to, I don't know what they're trying to do.
Make a statement, maybe.
Yeah, maybe. But all right, let's jump into our first case, okay?
Okay.
So we're going to start with a fugitive in Memphis, Tennessee. You would think if you were on the run from the law,
You'd be pretty careful.
you'd be pretty careful about where you're hiding, right? But this guy decided, according to this post on X from OfficerCom, he decided to hide in an attic.
Not just any attic, though.
Not just any attic.
This attic had, let's say, structural weakness.
Yeah, it had a pretty big structural weakness.
Like a weak ceiling, perhaps?
Like a weak ceiling, yes.
Yeah.
So he's hiding in this attic, and guess what happens?
What happens?
He falls right through the ceiling, right into the arms of the waiting U.S. Marshals.
Wow. Talk about bad luck.
Talk about bad luck.
Or bad planning.
Or bad planning.
Yeah.
Or bad physics, maybe.
Maybe he forgot about gravity.
Maybe he forgot about gravity, yeah.
That's a pretty important thing to remember when you're on the run.
It is. So, yeah, this guy's on the run. He's trying to evade the law, and he ends up literally falling into their laps.
It's almost comical.
It's almost comical.
Like something out of a cartoon.
It really is.
Yeah.
But okay, let's move on to our next criminal mastermind. This guy's name is Dennis Hawkins.
Okay.
And Dennis wanted to be a bank robber. And he thought, apparently, that a memorable look was key to a successful heist.
A good disguise is important.
So crazyass.com, they had this great compilation of, dumbest criminals, and Dennis Hawkins is featured prominently.
So what was his disguise?
Well, it was clown pants,
Okay.
fake breasts,
All right.
a blonde wig,
Getting interesting.
and a full beard.
The full beard.
A full beard. So he went all out on the disguise,
He went all out, except for the most crucial part,
covering his face.
covering his face.
So he had the clown pants, fake breasts, the wig,
The whole 9 yards.
but his face was just out there for everyone to see. Just out there in the breeze.
Amazing.
It's amazing.
It's like he put all his effort into the wrong part of the disguise.
Exactly. So, of course, the bank robbery failed because, everybody recognized it.
Oh, I'm sure.
And then he tried to carjack someone for a quick getaway.
Did that work?
No, it did not.
Yeah.
Apparently, nobody wanted a clown-bearded bandit in their passenger seat.
I can't imagine why.
I can't imagine why either. But all right, speaking of getaway plans gone wrong, let's talk about this next story. This one comes from a WatchMojo.com article, and it takes us to London.
Okay.
So picture this. London. Bank robbery. The robber bursts into the bank. Gun drawn.
Classic.
Demanding the loot. The teller approaches, and instead of grabbing the bag of money, the robber hands over his gun.
He what?
He hands over his gun
To the teller.
to the teller.
Wow. That's a new one.
It's a new one.
So what happened next?
Well, the article says he fled the scene empty-handed.
Of course.
On a bicycle.
On a bicycle.
On a bicycle.
So he went into the bank, gun drawn, demanded money, gave the teller his gun, and then rode away on his bicycle.
That is exactly what happened.
It's unbelievable.
It's unbelievable. It's moments like these where you have to wonder, what goes through people's minds?
Right.
Is it the pressure of the situation? Is it just a lack of common sense?
Maybe a bit of both.
Maybe a bit of both. All right, let's move on to our next story. This one's from India, Telangana, to be exact. And it involves a bit of, let's say, inebriation.
Oh, this should be good.
So, New Year's Eve, this would-be thief decides to celebrate by robbing a liquor store.
Makes sense, kind of.
Yeah, in a roundabout way, I guess.
Oh.
But his celebration was cut short because he passed out drunk inside the store
Before he could even rob it.
before he could even grab anything.
Wow. So his own festive spirit led to his downfall.
It's almost poetic justice.
It really is.
All right, last story. This one's about a guy named Malone Lamb.
Okay.
He's from Singapore.
Okay.
And this guy, he managed to steal $230 million.
$230 million. What did he steal?
Bitcoin.
Bitcoin, of course.
Of course. This was from a post on X by ZealX Spartacus.
Catchy name.
Yeah. But yeah, so Malone, he gets his hands on this incredible amount of money. And you would think, right?
He'd be set for life.
Set for life. Investments, disappear to a tropical island.
The possibilities are endless.
Endless. But instead, Malone decided to embark on a lavish spending spree.
What did he buy?
Supercars. Luxury goods. All to impress girls.
Of course.
Of course. And unsurprisingly, he lost all the money.
All $230 million.
All of it.
Wow.
And he ended up facing the consequences of his actions.
So another criminal mastermind bites the dust.
Another one bites the dust.
Yeah.
So what do we learn from this deep dive into the world of criminal misadventures? It seems like even when the stakes are high, logic and critical thinking can be a criminal's worst enemy. Or perhaps their funniest.
Exactly. It's like they say, crime doesn't pay, especially when you're not very good at it.
That's right. But it does make for some pretty entertaining stories.
It certainly does. And it leaves us with a thought-provoking question. With all the incredible things happening in the world, what other bizarre criminal stories are out there waiting to be discovered?
Maybe some future deep dive will reveal even more tales of criminals outsmarted by their own actions or undone by the most unexpected of circumstances.
Who knows what kind of masterminds we'll uncover next?
Exactly. All right, until next time, everybody, thanks for joining us on this deep dive.
See you next time.